Absolutely. We wouldn't have cars to ride in. We'd still be on horses. We wouldn't have air conditioning. We'd still be sitting on the porch fanning. I mean, we would. There were so many things. We wouldn't have microwaves. We wouldn't have television sets. We wouldn't have eyeglasses. If somebody had not had the vision in order to step out and try something different. And just because a doctor said something, that does not make it so. And I am standing here with two new testimonies just recently. A couple of months ago, I was at a conference, and for no apparent reason, my knee just started really hurting, like a knife was sticking in it. And I took 7 Aleve in one day. I know I still have a stomach, but it's an amazing thing. I took 7 Aleve in one day, and it did not touch it. So the next day, I called my doctor, and I said, "Help!" And so she gave me a stronger pain medicine, but booked me in with a physical therapist who went, and he said, "Well, I think there's something major wrong with your knee. Maybe if we strengthen the muscles around the knee, it'll be fine." Well, I also went to see a orthopedist, and he looked at the knee and he said, "Well, I think it's going to require surgery. I think you've got a torn meniscus." And I told him I was in physical therapy for it, to which he said, "Well, that's not going to do you any good." He said, "Well, I'll tell you when to come back to me." He said, "You're going to have good days and you're going to have bad days. When the bad days outnumber the good days, come and we'll get you a new knee." Now that's what the doctor said. And so I went back to the physical therapist, and I was so upset. He said this wasn't going to do any good. He said I was eventually going to have surgery. And so the physical therapy looked at me and he said, "Janie," he said, which bothers you the most? That you've got a torn meniscus or that you've got pain in your knee?" And I said, "Well, it's the pain in my knee." Because, I mean, that was my right leg. I couldn't even hold it on the accelerator very long. I'd have to, in town, I would have to put it on cruise control because it hurt to press on the accelerator. I mean, that's bad. And I was having to put on brakes with my left foot because it hurt to push. Are y'all listening? It was debilitating. And after all, I'm all alone. And so he said, "Janie, which hurts you? What are you most concerned about? The fact that you have a torn meniscus or the fact that it has pain in your knee?" And I said, "Well, it's the pain in the knee." And so he said, "Well, if I can get rid of the pain in your knee, will you care whether or not the meniscus is torn?"